Sub YouTube, CF Runner here, bringing you results on the Chaos Plantvell deck and on how it did on the tournament that I went to. And it's also updated. I've made a couple changes in the deck. I'm not really gonna explain much about the deck because some of them are self-explanatory, and I also want to talk about some of the matches that I went through. So I'm gonna start off with the monsters. I'll try not to talk a lot, but of course the Plan Engine, still using this. I'm running 3 Lilas, my MSTs. I'm running 3 Fire Dogs and 2 Flammable Magicians. Those are my Flamvilles. Now I took out the Archer, so BLS, Sephiroth, Sangan, Gale, and Gores are my darks in the deck. Well, besides the BLS, and then 2 Thunder Kings. I'm trying to go as fast as I can so I can kind of explain some of the combos that I did and some of the matches that I went up against. The staples of any deck. I run 2 Forbidden Lances now. I took out the Shrink, by the way. 2 Rekindlings. Need those for the Flamvilles. Pod Duality and a Pot of Evrace. Charge. Scapegoat, mainly for the tokens. 1 for 1. Bullish Burial. And a Mind Control. 2 Solemn Warnings. Call a Haunted. Trap Death Shoot. And Steel Magical Cylinder. Now for my extras. Number 39. 2 Stardust Dragons. Scrap Dragon. Colossal. Trish. Mistworm. Black Rose. Brio. Formula. Hyper Librarian. Once again. Boss. I love him. Ally of Justice. Armory Arm. Now, another card that I added is TG Halberd Canyon. If you guys need me to explain, just write them down in the comments, and I'll explain everything about them. And Shooting Star Dragon. Now for my side deck, changed a little bit. 1 Max C. 2 Effect Reelers. Only that 3rd Thunder King. 2 Puppet Plants. I run 3 Smashing Grounds this time. And Pure Iron Wall, just for people who don't try to remove from play your Fire Dogs or the plants. 2 Raikos. I've added these to my side deck because of a comment that I had on the last video. 2 Mind Crushes. Similar difference on my side deck. But now I'm gonna show you guys some of the combos that I made with some of the cards that really stood out in the whole entire tournament. It's kind of really some of the combos that I did that won most of my games. My first one and my favorite one are just basically these 2 cards, just these 2 cards, and a Sephiroth if anybody has a Sephiroth, and if you don't, you really need to buy him because I think by far he is the best Blackwing, and he's so splashable. You can do so much things with him. But the way one of my opponents had on the field was he had a Shooting Star Dragon, and I had nothing to take it out until I drew into Foolish, and I had Mind Control. So what I did is at first I Mind Controlled his monsters, so I had him on my side of the field. My opponent was kind of like wondering why would I do that. And then what I did was I Foolished Sephiroth. And Sephiroth's effects, if you guys don't know what he does, well, that was a bad glare. When he's in the graveyard, only once per duel though. Once per duel, you can bounce back one face-up card that you control back to your hand and pay 400 life points to special summon him. So what I did was I took the shooting, bounced him back to my opponent's extra deck, and special summoned Sephiroth. That was basically a free summon and a free compulsory. Now that's one of the best combos that actually I did in the tournament so many times. It was ridiculous. People were just wondering like, wow, that's so... They're pissed because, well, Blackwing was just killing high-leveled cards. He went through Red Nova Dragon just with these 3 cards. It's that easy. And he's at Dark, so you got that target for BLS. But what I did when I messed up on my last duel, yeah, if I had Sephiroth in my grave, because I didn't use his effect. I had him in my grave, and I still didn't use his effect, and I had a mind control in my hand. So what I did was I removed him from play to summon BLS. Now, I did not use my Sephiroth's effect, so he was removed from play. And my opponent flipped over a dino when the fossil dinosaur did, and he blew my card up. And he was just, he was just ankle biting me with that dino. He kept doing that and doing that. I had Gores, I had everything in special summon, but I couldn't do it because of that card. Now, if I would have kept him in my grave, my opponent had like 1,800 life points, I think. If I would have kept him in my game, I could have mind controlled, brought him back, bounce him back to my opponent's hand, summon him, and ankle bite him with 2 cards, and that would have been game. But, I kind of screwed up, and I decided to remove from play to summon BLS. So, tip, don't remove him from play unless his effect is completely dead, because you will need his effect. He's very splashable, especially with tokens, because you can just bounce back a token and special summon him. And you can sync for, if you have the Magician on the field, you can sync for a 9. Him, a token, and the Magician. So that's really one of the best combos that I actually liked out of this deck. And another combo that I did was actually my first duel that I went against was an Exodia deck. And, Exodia is just lame. He kept using 1 day apiece. He kept drawing. It was very annoying. I couldn't really do anything but just watch him draw. It was just, he drew like 20 cards in one turn. It was just so annoying. So first game, he Exodia'd me. It was very annoying, but, second game, I summoned Trishula. So it was 50-50 that I hit a card in his hand that ended up being an Exodia piece. So I chose one, and it was an Exodia piece, so he just quit. And it made me laugh. But third game, he Exodia'd me, so that was my first loss, was against Exodia. I hate the fact that I lost to that, I was kind of retarded for not siding in 2 Mind Crushes. At the time I didn't have the Mind Crushes, but now I do, so be sure to use these the next time. But and then second game, I played against some Lightsworn deck. I don't know what it was. I'm pretty sure it was Twilight though. But it kind of seemed like he didn't know how to play it. Mainly, he was just trying to mill out every Lightsworn in his deck so he can try to summon Judgment Dragon, which he did do. He did summon Judgment Dragon on me one game, but I had Solemn Warning face down, so I kind of warninged it. And then he used I don't know what it was, but he brought it back to he had another Judgment Dragon, so he beat me once. He did beat me once. But second game, I decided to side in another Thunder King. I sided in a Thunder King. What else did I side in? I sided in I think it was one effect Veiler. But the only reason why I sided in Thunder King was because actually Thunder King helped me win those games, because he couldn't special summon anything. So Thunder King, you gotta have Thunder King. He's just really good, especially he's a light target for BLS. He's really good. And then one of my other games that I faced was against a Worm deck. And honestly, I've never faced a Worm deck before. I was a little bit confused about what was going on. But all he really did was just, I'd summon, say, Thunder King, and he would just bounce him back to my hand. He was running like 3 compulsories. And it was just all about bouncing cards back to your hand. It was really annoying. But I beat him. He was very easy. He almost beat me once because of Evil Anada. But other than that deck just sucks really bad. One of my other games that I faced was against a Nordic deck. It was a complete Nordic deck. I know he was running BLS in there, but it was a complete Nordic deck. He summoned Odin on me, and the way I took it out was with, once again, these 3 cards, Sephiroth and Mind Control. Well, Foolish just helps if he's not, if you have him in your deck. But yeah, Sephiroth and Mind Control, take out any Synchron. Doesn't matter what it is, it will just take it out. Because you're getting a compulsory and a free monster, a free summon. And if you have a tuner, you tune him up. But that's how I beat him. He did summon Odin. He tried to summon BLS, but that's when I had the DD Crows, and I was trying to remove all his lights, because I once before I did face a deck similar to his, so I know who's gonna try to do it. And then one of my other games, I faced a machine deck. The way I beat him was I just had Thunder Kings out on the field. I think I had 3 Thunder Kings out on the field, and he couldn't really special summon any Cyber Dragons, nothing, because I just kept negating. I kept Monster Reborn, Call of the Haunted, my monsters, and it was just over and over and over again. But and then for the top 4, I got top 4. I was against the Exodia kid again. Now I used Trish. First game he beat me. Second game I used Trish. I hit one of his cards. Once again it was an Exodia piece. He quit. Now third game, he went first. So he was drawing. He finally let me go. I summoned Trish. I hit his card, but it was a spell card. It was a drawing card. But I missed. So what I did was I foolished Sephiroth, bounced Trishula back into my extra deck so I can summon it again, hopefully, during the game, which I ended up doing, and I won that tournament. I won that match because of Sephiroth. See, Sephiroth is he's my MVP in my deck. I love him. Everybody needs to run this guy. He's just really, really good. He's really special. So, but yeah, then I summoned Trishula again, and then I ended up hitting a piece, and that ended up being game. So I did beat him. I'm sure he went like 5-1, 6-1. So he was beating everybody until I beat him with Trishula. And last game I faced was actually against a Dino deck. Oh my god. I cited an Effect Veilers. I kept Effect Veiling his Tour Guides, his Rescue Rabbit, but you cannot be... it was kind of hard beating a $2,000 deck. He kept running Lance. He had like 3 Lance. It was just very annoying. But like I said, I could have beaten him if I wouldn't have removed from play my Sephiroth. But yeah, that's most of the tournament. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment. If you guys still have any suggestions, I will take any suggestions. I am planning on taking out 1 Fire Dog, so if you have any card in mind that I can add, please feel free to do so. And I will maybe take out a Power Duality spell, and I'm possibly thinking about taking out that Magical Cylinder. So please give me any suggestions, and I'll try them out. Thank you.